Hi friends, welcome to English Study Point. Today in this video lecture I am going to discuss poetry by Walt Whitman titled as When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloom. It is a long and complex poem written by Walt Whitman in the year 1865. This poetry is sort of an elegy written after the death of Abraham Lincoln. What Walt Whitman did after death of this famous personality called Abraham Lincoln, that he continuously published series of poems after Lincoln's assassination in the year 1865, which also led to an end of the American Civil War. This poetry is an unconventional pastoral elegy which is written in three parts. The poem starts with the speaker giving a description of the setting, and that setting is described as a dooryard where lilac flowers are blooming. So, this sentence, we can infer from the sentence that this type of setting serves as a symbol of life, growth, and beauty. It also indicates a great star, Abraham Lincoln, falling in the western sky. Now, every spring, lilacs will fill his heart with gloom. The speaker here expresses deep mourning and grief over the death of a significant personality whose name is Abraham Lincoln. The lilacs here represent the funeral flowers that surround the mourners. He describes birds mourning, the thrush singing song of death, and the dark and cloudy sky representing sorrow and loss. Here, poet Walt Whitman uses natural things as a metaphor to convey his emotions. Then a bird appears and sings mournfully, its song serving as a dirge for the deceased. Dirge means singing song for a dead person. So here the speaker finds solace in singing this song and feels a connection with the bird as they both share the same feeling of grief. The changing color indicates the passion, changing color of the lilacs flower indicates the passion to the crucifixion. So, crucifixion means execution of a person by nailing or binding them to a cross. This particular symbol is, or this particular sentence indicates a kind of comparison to Lincoln's death. Then, poet breaks off a spring of lilac. So here he performed this type of action in remembrance of Abraham Lincoln. In the second part of this poetry, poet describes mournful journey of Lincoln's coffin from Washington DC to Lincoln's hometown in Springfield, Illinois. Here poem shifts to describe a procession accompanying a coffin of Abraham Lincoln. The journey is depicted as a solemn and sorrowful one, moving through various landscapes and encountering different elements of nature. Then poet tells the dead president, I will give you my spring of lilac. First of all, here death in this poem is associated with fresh life or new life, and via these lines, he says that he mourns, poet mourns for all those persons who died a sane and sacred death. In these two lines, poet describes how he would mourn for the dead people. So first of all, he listened to hermit thrush song. Unlike the classical pastoral tradition, he would decorate the tomb with pictures of ordinary people and everyday life in America. The speaker notices a great star shining brightly in the sky. So this particular sentence symbolizes Lincoln's spirit and contributions. The star represents hope, guidance, and a sense of immortality. In third part of this poetry, poet describes having gained a sacred knowledge of death. The thrush songs of death seems lovely and soothing. In these lines, he explores concept of death throughout this whole poem, pondering its meaning and its impact on the living. He reflects on the inevitability of death and the need to accept and understand it. The speaker reminisces about the encounters with Lincoln, describing him as a wise, humble, and beloved leader. So, here, memories of Abraham Lincoln help the poet cope with his personal grief and honor Lincoln's legacy. Whitman emphasizes the significance of democracy in the poem, recognizing Lincoln as a vital force in upholding and preserving values of democracy. So here poet connects Lincoln's death to the fate of the Union, expressing both sorrow and determination to continue Lincoln's work and ideas. The speaker acknowledges death is inevitable, but life and beauty will continue to thrive. The lilacs here serves as a symbol of rebirth and renewal, allowing the speaker to find solace in the cycles of nature. So, here the poet's personal emotional conflicts have now given him a sense of the ultimate truths of life and death and also of immortality. Then with this video lecture ends here. Hope this video lecture will help you in your UGC NET English Literature exams. Thank you.